I think we can start. We have already delayed by 10 minutes, so we can start.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Good afternoon once again, colleagues. We'll be taking you through the process for uploading and processing course reports. And then once we are done, I will take you through the process for enrolling candidates for instructor practical training, and then instructor first. So let's start. Obviously, you must be an accredited training provider. So you will enter your username and password. So this process is done by training providers. Excuse. So once you've entered your username and password, you click login. From the profiles that are displayed, you will select security training provider. The reason why there are two profiles is because in order to be a training provider, you must be a security business first. So you will select security training provider profile. So this is the training provider's profile. So before we start, please take note of the following. On the management and instructors contracted, under the instructors that are contracted, presented are the instructors that are linked with this training provider. So in order to link these instructors, you will enter their Psira number and then click search. And then the instructor will receive a notification to confirm the linkage with this training provider. And then that instructor will log into his or her profile and then accept the linkage. Another thing that we need to note is that this training provider is accredited for three classrooms, classroom 1, 2, 3, with the displayed capacity. So classroom 3 has 30 capacity, classroom 2 has 15, and then classroom 1 has 15. So this information is important during the creation of the badge for the submission of the course reports. So to start the process for creating a badge and processing the course reports, you would click upload course reports on the sidebar menu. So the system will present all the batches that you have created as the training provider. You will see under the statuses, other batches have been submitted to the branch but have not been evaluated. So once the batches have been evaluated, the status will change from submitted to batch to approved. So to create a batch, we'll click create batch. And then select the course type, whether it's the instructor courses or the normal courses. But for the purpose of this training, we'll select the normal courses and then select the course. And then select the start date. Apologies, I'm not sure if it's my network, so let me refresh. We'll start again and create the batch. Select the course type. And then the grade, sorry, the course, the start date. So after selecting the start date, the system automatically calculates and reflects the end date. It basically creates and displays the duration of the training. And then you will select the training method, whether it's contact or self-study. Select the instructor, and then select the class. Remember that this training provider is only accredited for the first 3 classes. So if you click on 4, you will see that under capacity, it'll say 0 because you are not accredited, because this training provider is not accredited for class 4. But if you click on 1, you will see that capacity for this training provider will be displayed, and then you'll also be able to save the badge. If you also click on 2 or 3, the same thing will happen. So we will select class 1 and then also select the branch. We will select Limpopo. And then enter the name and the Psira number of the person who's processing these course reports. Then the Psira number. Accept the terms and conditions. And then click Save Badge. So the badge has been successfully created. So after successfully creating the badge, you will add the candidates into that badge. So for registered candidates, you will add the candidates with their ID number. And for the unregistered candidates or officers, you would click Upload Unregistered Officer. So we'll start by adding the unregistered officer. We'll enter his or her name, surname, then ID number. Then select the grade. Please make sure that the candidates register after submitting their course report so that they're able to keep track of the whole process. And then click Submit. So once you have added the details of this unregistered officer, you will add the marks, the remarks, and then also attach the course reports. So we'll add the marks. Also to note, you will see that from the details that are displayed for this candidate, there is no Psira number. So when this candidate registers at Psira, the Psira number will be displayed. So we'll enter the marks, the remarks, and then attach the course report. and then click add. So once you've added the candidates, you have the option to remove the candidates or continue and scroll down and click pay for course reports. If you also want to add more candidates into the badge, you have that option. So let's add candidates that are registered. So we'll enter the ID number and then click search. So the candidate's information will be displayed. The APP number, which is the ID number, the name, the Psira number, since the officer or the candidate is registered, and the mobile number. So we'll enter the marks, the remarks, same process. And then attach the course reports. And then click add. You have the option again to remove this candidate if you won't be processing his or her course reports. So once you've completed adding the candidates into the badge, you will click pay to make payment for the course reports you've added. Click pay course reports fee. The system will present the two candidates that you have added and then the amounts due or payable. So you will accept the terms and conditions and then click pay now. Apologies for the delay. I think I have a problem with my network. Can I please refresh? I will stop projecting.
We
Hi, Glory.
I think you were muted.
Yes, still trying to log in.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Apologies for the delay.
Okay.
Glory, I will try to disconnect and then connect again. Please give me 5 minutes.
We
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Yes, I'm saying I'm going to disconnect and then connect again
Will
with a
you still
different.
require me to grant you access?
Yes, please.
Okay, all right. Apologies. We still just trying to reconnect again. Let us give her at least 2 to 3 minutes.
Hi colleagues, back on. I will share my screen again. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yeah. Okay, apologies for the delay, colleagues. I am using the test environment, so it may be the fact that a lot is being tested in the background. So can you please continue? It seems like the payment was successful for this batch, but I will start again and create, another batch so that you get so that you can see the entire process. So we'll start again and then create the batch, the course type, select the grade and the start date. So the system will automatically calculate the duration of the training and then reflects the end date. Then we'll select the training method and then the instructor that conducted this training. Select the class. If you can recall, this training provider is accredited for the first three for the first three classes. So if you click 4 or 5, there will be 0 under capacity. But if you click 1 or 2, there will be capacity and you'll be able to process the batch. So we've selected class 2. We'll select the branch and then enter the full name and the Psira number of the person that's processing the course reports. Enter the Psira number and then accept the terms and conditions and then click Save Batch. So the batch has been successfully created. We have the option to add an unregistered officer into the batch or add a registered officer. So we can start with either. So we'll start with the candidates that's registered. We're using his or her ID number. Then we'll click search. So you will see the officers or the candidates information will be displayed, the APP number or the ID number, the name, the Psira number since this candidate is registered, and the mobile number. So we will just add the marks, add remarks, and then attach the course reports. So we'll add the marks, remarks, and then attach the course reports. And then click add. So you will have the option to remove the candidates. And then alternatively, you can also add the unregistered officer. So you will enter the first name, surname, ID number, and the course grade. And then enter the ID number. And then select the grade. And then click submit. So once you have added the candidates that's not registered, you'll notice that there is no Psira number. So please make sure that after submitting the course reports, you make sure that the candidates registers so that they keep track of the whole process and that their training records are visible. So we'll enter the marks, the remarks, and attach the course reports. And then click add. So you can add more candidates into the batch. Obviously, it depends on your capacity. If you're accredited for 15 students, you will not be able to add 25 course reports. So it has to be in line with your capacity and also obviously your the classes that you are accredited for. So once we are done adding these candidates, we'll click pay now to make payment for the course reports, and the system will display the number of the candidates that was added into the batch and then the amounts payable or the amounts due. So to proceed to payment, you would click accept or accept the terms and conditions and then click pay now. The system should redirect us to the payment window. Yes. So on the payment window, you will see the total due for the course reports. You will read the payment terms and conditions and then click agree. So you'll have the option to pay with your credit or debit card or pay via your bank. So if you click pay bank payment, you'll be redirected to a respective bank and then you'll be able to make payment there. And then optionally, you'll also have the option to pay with a coupon code. So you'll have to visit the Psira branch, any Psira branch, and then make payment at the cashiers. And then after that, you'll be issued with a coupon code and then log in again to the system and then enter the coupon code. But for the purpose of this training, we'll use the debit card or credit card payment. So I will enter the card details. And then click pay now. You will not get this dialogue. The only message you will get is from your bank to authorize payment. This is just for trading. So once you've authorized the payment, you should be redirected to the course reports batch screen. So as you can see that payment is successful, you will now be able to submit the batch or add more candidates into the batch. So the first batch that appears on the list is the one that you just created. So you have the option to upload the attendance register or add more candidates into the batch. As you can see, the two candidates have been paid for, so you can either add the registered candidates or the unregistered candidates. But to continue, we will just upload the attendance register and then submit the badge. So we'll click browse and then attach the attendance register. So once you've attached the attendance register, you'll have the option to submit the badge or edit the badge or delete the badge. But for the purpose of this training, we'll click submit the badge, and then the system will want you to confirm if you want to send this badge. If not, you click cancel. If yes, you want to continue, click OK. So the badge will be sent to the branch for evaluation. You will receive a notification. Sorry, the candidates and the training provider will receive a notification that acknowledges the submission of the badge. Sorry, and you will see the status will change from pending to submitted to the badge. So this brings us to the end of the process for uploading and processing course reports. To download the invoice, you will click in on the invoices tab and you will see all the transaction that transpired. You will see your closing balance. If you have any outstanding fees or payments that you have to make, you can click on proceed to pay and then choose whether you want to make full payment or you want to make other payment. And then you will basically make payment. The payment process is the same, will be redirected to the payment window and then make payment. So yeah, this brings us to the end for course reports and uploading course reports and processing course reports. And under the latest update, you will see all everything that you basically performed on the system regarding obviously the course reports will be displayed under latest updates. So I'm not sure if there are any questions on course reports before we proceed. Must we continue or Lori, must we answer questions on course reports? Okay, so we will continue. So for those training providers, before we start with enrolling students for practical training, I would also like to confirm that the system is capable of processing the applications for training providers that want to relocate. For training providers that would want to relocate, obviously you have to be registered, otherwise you won't be able to relocate as a training provider. So we click relocate. As you can see, the business details information with the addresses is not editable because this is already a registered security training provider. So for relocations, you would click relocation, and then sorry, you will see that you'll be able to now edit the information on your physical address, on business details on your physical address. Let's say you changed your address to it's then you're relocating maybe to another province. Free State. We'll select the city. And then the suburb, and then the postal code group here. If the physical address is the same as the postal address, you will click, select the postal address. You will click the tick box where it says same as physical address, and the information will be updated. You have the option to add the landline. If you won't change it, and the email address. And then also add the information for the person to be contacted. I believe it's the 2 people that are required. Add their cell phone number. And then the second person. And then the cell phone number. And then you'll attach the image of the new training center. And then you will click save. So you will see that the information will be successfully updated. And then from there, you will go on documents and then attach all the required documents. I believe for relocation, you'll have to upload the, the new lease. The proof from fire department. As you can see, there is the current document that's there, and then the new document that you have attached. So whenever when you relocate, the system will distinguish between the two, the current and the new document that you have attached. And then you'll also have to attach the letter signed by the training center directors. Once you have attached all the documents that are required, you will click, or you will confirm the disclaimer. You'll tick the disclaimer, sorry, and then complete your payment. So this is the amounts due for the relocation of this training provider. The payment process is the same. You'll agree to the terms and conditions. And then the process is the same. You either choose between the credit card or the bank payment, or go to the Psira branch and then make payment, and then receive the coupon code. But for the purpose of this training, we will use the credit or debit card option. And then you click pay now. You will not get this red dialog. You will only get an SMS from the bank to authorize payment. I'm getting this dialog because I'm on the testing environment. Okay, once your payment is successful, you will get a notification confirming the submission for the application for relocation, and you will see on the profile, on your profile, the profile will say relocation submitted for review. And then under latest updates, you will see the transactions that you made. For instance, this is the relocation fee and then the documents that you uploaded. And again, if you click on invoices, you'll be able to download your invoice for in case for proof of payment. Yes, yeah, you'll be able to download the invoice for proof of payment. And also, if there are any outstanding amounts, you'll be able to proceed and pay for that amount. You have also the option to apply for upgrade. So to do that, you would click on view profile. Obviously, this profile, the relocation application would have to be evaluated, and you'd get the results or the outcome for this. So yeah. Can you give me 2 minutes, Glory, so that this application is approved so that I'm able to proceed to the next demonstration?
Hi, we.
It gets at least 2 minutes so that this relocation is submitted so that I'm able to proceed with other.
Okay. All right.
Stop sharing. Glory, is the training team in the call so that they, if there are any questions, maybe they respond to the questions?
We.
Is the training team in the call so that they are able to answer
Yeah,
the
that
questions?
I think Ndabe is here. He's been responding to some questions.
Okay, then no problem. Let me
Yes, he's
approve
here.
this.
He's been, if you can check on in the chat box, he's been replying to some questions.
Okay, then no problem. Please give
Okay.
me 2 to 3 minutes to approve this.
Okay.
Glory, the approval process is taking time, so I would like to continue with another process if I can. I'm just looking at the time.
Okay. So you will be able to go back to that process.
Um, I won't be able to go back to the relocation process because it has to be approved unless can you just give me 5 more minutes so that I get it approved? At the time,
uh,
or we can proceed. It's fine.
oh, okay. No, it's fine. We can proceed unless if the members in the meeting they want us to wait, they can just send us a chat in the chat box if they are fine with us waiting or proceeding. Maybe we must just give them a chance. Maybe
Okay.
we must just give them a chance.
Okay, because I can't see the chat. I think it's only Ndabe who can see the chats, but you let me know what the response is while I'm trying to get this approved.
Oh, so you are unable to see the chats today? Buyi? Buyi?
Yes, now I can. Yeah, I'm saying now I can.
Oh, okay. What do we do? Do we wait to see if we are proceeding or? Okay, Buyi, we may proceed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay.
Okay.
I will share my screen just now. Okay. I'm not sure if my screen is up. Okay, so is my screen up, Glory?
Buyi?
Is my screen up?
Yes, it is.
Okay, okay. So, okay, before I start or before I show the process for enrolling instructors for practical training, I just wanted to show the colleagues that for the instructors that are linked, or whenever a notification is sent to an instructor to confirm the linkage, the instructor would log into his or her profile and then click on instructor request and then approve. There will be a button to approve. So once the instructor has approved the linkage, they will have the option again to click to leave the training provider by clicking leave training provider. So that's just what I wanted to show. And then also, before you can become an instructor, obviously your course reports must have been submitted to Psira for evaluation. So when you click on service request, you will see that sorry, I don't know why it's taking forever. Apologies. Okay, but basically, before you can become an instructor, you must have attended training for 6 months. So when you click on service request and then after click on become an instructor, a message will show that you need to attend training of 6 months before you can register to become an instructor. So we will enroll that instructor before they can, oh yeah, here it comes. You will click, when you click on become an instructor and then click instructor first, you'll see this message saying that you must complete minimum of 6 months of practical training to become an instructor. So we will first enroll the student into the practical training. And then once they are completed with the practical training, this message will not show. So we will log in with another user to show that process. I'll stop projecting for a moment. So we will log in as the training provider to enroll the instructor for practical training or the candidates for practical training. Let me share my screen. Okay, so we are back to the profile of the training provider. So once the relocation process is completed, obviously the Psira officials will evaluate the the application for relocation. The profile will change from relocation submitted for review to approved. But for the process for instructor training, on your sidebar menu, you would click instructor training. And then you will see a list of all the candidates that have been enrolled for instructor practical training. You will see others have been approved by Psira, and then you will see others have not been approved. They're still pending under status. So to enroll the instructor, you click on add record, add new record. Let me refresh. Okay. 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 Apologies for that. I think we need to approve the relocation first, but nonetheless, to enroll the instructors for practical training, you would click the instructor training, and then obviously the button will be clickable since there won't be any relocations outstanding. So click add new record, and then you'll be able to basically enter the candidate's Psira number and the start dates of the practical training, and the system, just like when you're creating a badge, it'll automatically calculate and display the 6 months of the training of the duration of the training, and then you'll attach the training document, and then you'll submit the application, and then the status will change to pending. So once it's the application or the enrollment is approved, the status will change to approved. So I will now take you through the process for application to become an instructor. First, I will have to log out and then log in as the officer. Okay, so we are now logging in as the officer who has completed 6 months of practical training and wants to apply to become an instructor first. So we'll enter the username and password. Gosh, get the, sorry. Username. So we have now logged in as the officer that wants to apply to become an instructor. So on the sidebar menu, you would click service request, and then click become an instructor, and then select instructor first. Obviously, you'll be only be able to apply for instructor upgrade once you are an accredited instructor. So for the purpose of this training, we'll click instructor first. So you will see that after enrolling and after completing practical training, the message that appeared in the beginning does not reflect because you've completed your training and you were enrolled. minimize. And then once you've clicked on instructor first, you will see your details are displayed, and then you'll select the grade. Obviously it's grade E since it's instructor first, and then select your training provider. You could select your relevant or respective training provider, and then the instructor. You will select the instructor, and then if applicable, specialized courses. So, and then also attach the supporting documents, the letter signed by the security training provider, the testimonial letter, and the instructor certificate. Your CV, and then the application letter. So once you are done attaching the documents, you would click sign here for signature to sign for the application. And then you'll sign for the application. You have the option to change color or clear the signature or save the signature. After signing for the application, you would click save. And then once you have saved, you will see the system will display the fee that is applicable, or the fee that is due for your application to become an instructor. And you will see it will also display a message box confirming that the information has been successfully uploaded. So to proceed to payment, it's the same process. You click pay now. And you will be redirected to the payment gateway. The same process for payment. You have to read the terms and the payment terms and conditions, and then click agree. Again, just like the training providers, you'd have the option to pay with your credit or debit card, or pay via your bank. You'll be linked or redirected to your bank and then make payment there. And also to pay using a coupon code, you'd have to visit any of the Psira branches and then make payment, and you'll be issued with a coupon code which you will enter here and then click submit. But again, for the purpose of this video, we'll use the credit or debit card. And then we'll enter the card details. Right, and then click pay now. You will not get this red dialog. I'm getting this because I'm on the test environment. You will get a message from your bank to authorize payment. So once you've authorized payment, you should get confirmation of whether the payment is successful or unsuccessful. And also you will get a notification confirming or acknowledging your application for becoming an instructor. Yes, so it seems like payment was successful. Yes, so the system will display a message confirming the successful payment. So obviously, whenever you make payment, you'd have to go to invoices to view your invoices or download your invoices. So the same process, if you want to become or to upgrade, if you want to apply for instructor upgrade, you'd follow the same process where you click on service requests and then click become an instructor. And then you will click instructor upgrade. You will see after submitting the instructor first application, the status for that changes to pending. So it'll have to be evaluated or reviewed by the Psira officials and then basically make a decision after evaluating the documents attached and everything that comes with this process. But to upgrade to instructor, you'd follow the same process, click service request, and then become an instructor, and then click instructor upgrade. Obviously, we would have to approve the instructor first so that you become, you upgrade to your instructor. And then you'll follow the same process where you attach the documents, select the training providers. It's the same thing for RPL facilitators. You click service request on your profile as the officer, become an instructor, and then click RPL facilitator, and then fill in the information that is required, attach documents when necessary, and then submit and make payment for application. And the same thing goes for RPL other. The only difference is that for RPL other and RPL other learner, you won't click become an instructor. You will just click service request and then go straight to RPL other. And then select the relevant service relating to RPL other. And please also note that for RPL other, for each service that's stated, you have to fill in a questionnaire. Let me do this process quickly. Do we still have time, Chloe? Okay. So yeah, you will select the service, whether it's management, electronic, and then attach all the supporting document, sign for the application. But obviously you have to fill in the questionnaire first before you can submit. Then once you've attached all the supporting documents, you will click save and then make payment for the application. Same thing goes for the RPL other learner. You fill in the information, select the course scope, and then attach the required documents, the results, and then the ID copies, and then sign for the application, save, and then make payment. So it's 2 o'clock. I'm not sure if we can stop here, Lori, and then continue tomorrow.
Hi, Bui. Concerning the time, I'm not sure from your side and the members' side. But I think our next meeting, oh no, it's internal. So maybe they must just give us an indication if they still want to continue, because I'm not sure if you're saying that we will continue tomorrow. They are still going to join tomorrow's meeting, unless if they will all join tomorrow's meeting. But if they do not have a problem with us continuing, or you from your side do not have a problem of concluding the presentation, I think you may do so. I'm not sure. But from my side, my calendar is still open, as much as there is a training for internal, but my calendar is still open. So I'm not sure about you, unless if you're presenting.
We have another slot tomorrow, from what I remember. We have another slot for 12:30, like same time. So I'm just
Yes,
thinking
that I
of
understand, but are we sure that the same people that are here today or members will be able to join again tomorrow?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that because I'm also thinking about information overload. So I don't know.
Maybe, I don't know, maybe we must get an indication. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Maybe we must get an indication from the members. How long do you think it's going to take for us to conclude the presentation?
I'm done on my side unless if the members need clarity on something, then I'm willing to take them through the processes that we've gone through already.
Okay. So we've also responded to all the questions.
Has Ndabe okay, I'll be able. Okay, how far was Ndabu able to respond? Okay, let me scroll up because okay, Ndabe has already answered some, in fact, most of them. So I'm just gonna scroll up so that we are able to answer the questions.
Okay.
Okay.
But again, let's advise members to join again tomorrow if there any clarities or inquiries, or if there were things that they did not get or understand today, so they can
Yes.
still join. Or yes.
Yes, yeah, definitely. They can join in tomorrow if there are any, if there's any maybe confusion or
Okay.
um, good day. We'll ask our colleagues to have a look. Okay, it seems like Ndabe has already answered most of the questions, but I'm gonna scroll up some more. I was trying to add or link the instructor, but no notification was sent to an instructor. Wise training, if there was no notification sent to the instructor, can you please request the instructor to log into his profile and then approve linkage? Maybe it's a system error. We will try to look into that. But please advise him or her to log into the system and then under instructor requests, approve the click instructor requests, and then the notification for linkage will also be there for the instructor to confirm the linkage. If you continue experiencing errors, please communicate with the industry training department. Like they said yesterday, you can always send a screenshot and then just send an email to them. Can you please start over? Your network is bad. Okay, I think this was when I was starting. Ketani, please confirm if you were covered during the demonstration. Okay, in order to log in to training provider, must I first complete business profile because on my site it doesn't show? Yes, you must first register as a business, Fini Daniel. Please register as a business first so that you register as a training provider, because you won't be able to perform anything if you are not a registered business. Because especially for course reports and enrolling instructors for practical training, so it's only done by training providers, not businesses. So please do register your business first and then register to become a training provider. So once you're accredited for that, you'll be able to upload your course reports and then enroll the instructors for practical training. Network was very bad. I'm sorry about that. Okay, Ndabe has already answered the other ones. The name of the person who's processing the reports, instructor or any person can do. This is Vexlozone. I think I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right. It's Vexlozone. The person has to be registered, has to have a Psira number, so they must be registered with Psira. It doesn't necessarily have to be an instructor, but they have to be registered with Psira, and therefore they must have the Psira number. But Ndabe can come in to just clarify your question. The current online user manual have not been updated with your current instruction. Myla will upload the new user manual for course reports. Apologies for that. We will upload them soon. Good day. We will ask our colleagues to have a look. And okay, sorry, this isn't Ndabe. Can we deposit money in Psira account to credit our account and then use them to cover the course report fee? Ndabe, are you still in the call? With regards to depositing the money, please confirm that with the industry training department. I'm not sure if it's still done. What I know that is if there are any annual fees that are owed, you are able to settle those on the system. But you can confirm that with the industry training. If you have 80 students for the week, must all course reports be individually uploaded or can you upload a bulk? Myla, you can upload a batch. You can create a batch and then add those students or candidates into that batch. Obviously, it depends on your capacity. If you are if you are accredited, I think the maximum capacity is 30. So if you have 30 students in maybe class one, then you can definitely upload or create a batch for 30 students. When submitting course reports, when adding, do we scan the course reports, ID, attendance register together? And yes, John, you have to scan the course reports and the attendance register. The ID is not needed because, especially for registered security officers, in fact, the ID is not needed because the system should already have the ID numbers for the students. All the students have to be registered. Even though there's the option to upload the course reports for the students that are not registered, but in the end, they have to register. All course reports get completed by hand and signed with a new system. Can it be digitalized on the training center side, printed after completion? All course reports get completed by hand and signed with the new system. Can it be digitalized on the training center side, printed after completion? Myla, I'm not sure if I can answer your question, but the process is basically what I've demonstrated for now. So I don't know if it'll change in future, but what I've demonstrated is what is expected to happen. Um, Other questions? Okay, some of the questions have been answered by Ndabe. From when can we submit course reports online? You can start submitting them. You can submit them anytime. The system is live, it's functional. Good day. When selecting the course, there's a lot of options with numbers or codes. How do we select the correct code for grade EDC? Lizo, you select the course that you did or the course that was done by the candidate. Um, on your end. Okay, some have been answered by Ndabe. Can you please also tell us how long does it take for instructor to receive the notification of linking with the TP? Wise training, I think we need to speak to the technical team if the instructors have not been receiving the notifications and find out why. Maybe it could be an error, but if you have linked the instructor, please advise the instructor to log into the profile and then click instructor request. That's where he'll be able to approve the linkage even though there is no notification. But please just advise the instructor to log in and then approve the linkage. What do you do when the system say you have failed the exam and it does not allow you to continue? Bosise, please send your query to the registration department regarding the pre-assessment. I believe it's the pre-assessment that you are talking about when you are registering as a first-time security. So please just liaise with the registration department. How long does it take for Psira to approve the course reports? When they do receive the course reports, that's when they start reviewing them. But obviously, at the moment, there is a backlog. So, yeah, but when they do review yours, you will get feedback after reviewing yours. Sorry. At my site, it shows in-house security business, not security training provider. Finny, you need to register first. You need to register your business first. In-house, not because I logged in today and I did see the three options. So you need to register your business first and then you can register as the training provider. If a student fails the exam on the assessment, how can we help the rewrite? the registration profile. Lizo, I'm not sure if you are talking about the pre-assessment. Please speak to the registration team regarding the pre-assessments. If we have 3 different groups for training, can we make a batch payment, or do we need to pay each training group individually? You can pay a batch. You can pay a batch. Remember that when you create a batch, you have a maximum of, depending on the capacity, obviously, in your class. So if you have 30 students in your class, then you can create a batch with 30 students in that batch, and then make a payment of the entire batch. You don't have to pay for one student at a time. How much is a course report for grade B and A? I'm not quite sure with the figures. Fini, please speak to the training department. Is the batch number our new mail number? No, there is no new mail number. It's just a batch number. All batches have to be created. I had a question. Do you have to insert attendance register for each student? Because it is a badge. Yes, there has to be an attendance register against each student. Remember that you enter the marks, the remarks, and then next to each student is the attachment for the attendance register. Okay, okay, some have been answered by Ndabe. To get a coupon, is it only available when you visit Psira, or one can get it via telephone? Last time I checked, you had to visit one of the branches and then make payment there. Please open the floor for questions before moving on to more instructions. Apologies, Myla. I did not see this, but Ndabe was there to answer all the questions. Okay. And then the instructor has not yet approved. Okay, why is training? And what is the administrator? What? Okay, sorry. And the instructor is not yet approved. Oh, so you were linking the instructor. The instructor has to approve the linkage, and then the Psira consultant or one of the Psira consultants will also approve from their end. Please make sure that the instructor logs into their profile and then approves the linkage, because at the end of the day, they have to approve, even if the Psira consultants approve the linkage. Instructor has not yet received the notification. I've noted that Wiseman will speak to the technical team regarding the notifications. You will have okay, others have been answered by Ndabe. When is this online? Okay, this is an old question. Can I link our training centers and companies to my profile? Okay, I think Ndabe has already answered that one also. Please give more details with regards to course reports. If there's any confusion, colleagues, please watch the previous recordings. They've been uploaded on the website. I think Gloria can confirm for any uncertainties. When do the new applicant for Psira before you pay the 240 and it says you have not passed the exam, please assist. What exam are you talking about? So are you talking about the pre-assessment? Please be specific. I think you're talking about the pre-assessment. With regards to the pre-assessments for new officers, please speak to the registration team or registration department. They'll be able to assist. you can only set a course report and send you no ID copy. Thank you, Sipo, for that. Why is the past month's course reports not reflecting on the student profile that have been submitted? Myla, please speak to the training department regarding your issue of the previous course reports. If you're not in the call listed, I think they did say that you have to take a screenshot and then send an email to them, and then they'll be able to assist you from there. The attendance register must show full name, yeah, okay, must show full name, ID, and days attended of the students all day. Lisa, with regards to the signatures, Ndabe will be able to clarify that. But it does have, the attendance register does have to have the student signatures, basically the full information of the students. But Ndabe will clarify that. What will happen if you clicked TP by mistake? TP, I'm not sure I follow Fini. Okay, what are the relevant documents for when you upload the instructor course? Charity, are you talking about when you want to become instructor first? The documents that are required. Let me just double check for you. Okay, it's a signed letter from the security service provider, a signed testimonial letter from the accredited instructor, the instructor certificate, your CV, and the application and your application letter. Those are the 5 documents, but you can always go back to the recording to check this. The instructor course process is the same as the, okay, this isn't that. Glory, if you have the registration contact details, please drop them on the chat. There's a request for registration contact details. On the option to select the TP, it does not show all training providers. It only shows a few. Okay. Oh yeah, Ndaba has already shared the registration contact details. Most of the questions have been answered by Ndabe. I did not respond to the questions. Okay, it seems like most of the questions have been answered by Ndabe, Glory. So if there aren't any more questions, I guess we can close out the meeting and then continue tomorrow at 12:30. Glory, are you there?
You were saying?
I'm saying that most of the questions have been answered by Ndabe. So I guess we can close out the meeting and then convene tomorrow.
Yes, I think it's fine.
Okay, thank you so much for your time, everyone.
All right, thank you.
Bye.